to the apartment to get my stuff so I can go home tonight.
Right. Shit, I wasn't gonna go live, but I'm like, Allan said he a little bit upset. So
I'm upset, dog. I'm sick of this shit, bro. Like, we go from evil flus to this dumb shit, dog.
Yeah, man.
Like we a fucking 9-time in a row playoff team. Sick of this shit, dog.
Yeah, Bobby on his way in here too, man. Bobby in his way in here. What's going on, everybody? We just hopped on live real quick. Allan is upset about the Bears actually sitting their starters, man. So I was in a chat with in our own personal CNC podcast chat, and I was just like, what's going on? And Allan, I was like, man, we might have to go live later just because of the practice. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the practice with the Lions, the Dolphins is happening right now. And Allan was like, no, we got to go live now. He tired of this shit. And we waiting on Bobby from Chicago Bears Central to pop up in here, man. He gonna come here for a second, and he gonna come talk ball too. So just pull up for a little while, man. Pull up with us, and we're gonna get to see why Allan is so upset. Because Allan, like, I don't understand, bro. Like what's the issue, man? Like, they got a joint practice. Caleb's gonna get more reps in the practice. So go ahead, man.
Well, I understand all that. But I wonder, like, when I look at things like when quarterbacks are young, I just think the more reps, the better. Now, he had a rookie season. He played. But what did he look like the first couple of weeks? Rusty.
Rusty, right.
He looked rusty and off kilter. He didn't really start catching ground till like the third or fourth game.
Right.
So why do we have to go through that minutia in the process when he can get live game bullets tomorrow Sunday? He can do a series Sunday. Then the next game, he can do a quarter the next game. Then the third final game, he do the halftime. Those are live reps in the stadium on the grass against a competitive team outside of the guys at Hallis Hall.
Right.
Like, quarterbacks need live action. In games, I mean, behind the scenes scrimmages are all well and good for cardio, but it don't do a damn thing when the lights are on, the drunk guy cussing you out. All that shit is a matter of the game. Right. All of that is a part of the game that you don't get at a fucking scrimmage.
Right.
A scrimmage did not get me ready playing a football game. I'm sorry. I played sports. Play football. I can't contribute a damn scrimmage to nothing. Hell, you could get better playing your own teammates. So it don't really matter about a scrimmage. Live game reps are important.
Jason, let me know
because you got to get.
Jason, my fault. Jason, let me know if you want the link. My bad. I don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you good. It's just, you gotta play live game reps. That is so essential in growing as a player. And it's not just him. We got rookies.
Right.
We got rookies. Like, Ozzie needs to go in there and battle for like a quarter and a half, maybe two. Like, he needs this now. Like, get these guys and throw them in the cooker. You know, if you preach in toughness and callous, throw their ass in the cooker.
Right. I mean, I understand why though, because you don't want the quarterback to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on the side of caution. Like, you know, there's plenty of other guys that need reps out there besides the starters, though. You know what I mean? Like, apparently he has taken his starters to where he don't have to play them, and he knows it's going to be a way more physical practice, way more violent practice, way more reps in practice. So he's probably figuring it's probably just way more important to get him this joint practice against a team where he's just going to get more reps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gee, he could get hurt. He could hurt his hamstring running around the corner. Wasting time in practice running. When I see him running 20 yards in practice, the biggest waste of time, like, he could get hurt doing that. So
yeah, you right.
I mean, what? If football is a hurt business, people get hurt.
Right.
You know, but if he don't get the live time and he needs that, if he don't go out there and throw one pass on Sunday, hell, throw a deep pass for all we care. Throw something in the game, go to the sideline, break a sweat, and be good. And then we'll try it again next week. We'll go a quarter. Then the third week, we'll go a half. Then you getting ready for live game reps. I don't want to hear this shit come week 2 and 3 where damn Caleb didn't get the reps in the preseason. He looks a little rusty. I don't want to hear that shit this year. I don't want to hear it. Because that seems like it's a built-in excuse every year, yo.
Hey, you cooking. Hey, Bobby, you hit an OG over here going crazy, bro.
I ain't mad at him. Look, I understand both sides of the discussion. Me personally, I understand both sides of the discussion. Me, I have no problem with it personally. I definitely feel the OG though, because those are some valid points. But I'm looking at it like, hey, we're gonna throw him out there. Hey, let's just say we throw him on the time clock that Joe Burrow just had last night for 15 plays. Hey, let's just go ahead.
Joe Burrow, Bobby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But let's go ahead
Joe
and get
Burrow.
these 20. But Joe Burrow ain't. They didn't have joint practices though. That's the difference.
Yeah, I don't. Man,
they didn't run a joint practice at that point.
Like Allan said though, he can get hurt running up and down the field. You know what I mean? Like
That's
every year, like he said, with Eberflus here, he set the starter. So it's like I'm trying to get into the like I really don't have a problem with it because I'm thinking that he's just going to get more reps to throw the ball against the Dolphins all damn day long. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I can get the frustration from other people that just like they want to see this guy. They want to see this because I don't know, man. Like they need to see Caleb on the field, man. But we got a couple of comments right here. He said Caleb hasn't proved enough yet to sit out preseason games. I agree. All young guys should be playing all games.
Still got 2 games left, man.
Yeah, it's 2 more games left. I think everybody's just thirsty to see the young boy. You know,
I am.
play. Like I'm thirsty too, but I can wait to see. Like I wish they would have broadcast the joint practice. I would have been fine with that. You know what I'm saying?
I do. But I definitely agree with the OG, G Walker. I definitely agree with Allan. I think, like I said, bro, if some people mad, I'm not finna go out here and crap on them because they want to get as many reps in as possible. But I'm on the side of, hey, you got the joint practice today, chill out Sunday, then next week. Now with the joint practice next week, if you do this again, now I'm like, hold on now. We got to figure stuff out. But I think that since you got 3 games this preseason, there's still enough ample time to try to figure this whole thing out and let the fans see him. But I'm with Allan as well. Ben Johnson, this is your plan. We don't want to hit it. We don't want to hear bro got to knock off some rust and we got to, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't want to hear that shit, Bob.
Yeah,
man, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, because like obviously the offense will take weeks to grow. You know what I'm saying? But week 1 versus the Vikings, no Addison and Justin Jefferson, his hamstring a little noodly right now. Hey, we got to go out there and look solid and put together some drives. Maybe not a complete game, but you got to go out there in week 1 and try to put belt to ass because I need wins this season. Enough for the hype.
Yeah, enough for the hype. But I'm really trying not. I don't have a problem with it, man. But let's see what being said right here on the pitch. Said there's going to be a number of guys that aren't playing in the game. So we're going to get great work in the joint practice. We have a number of things scheduled around the game for those guys that aren't playing, whether it's the day before or the day after. We're actually going to end up getting more reps from them than they would have had they played. We played them in week 1. So Bobby, what does that really mean?
It's just for me, it's just like what we've been pretty much talking about. Like you see sub quarterbacks, they go in and they go for 10 plays.
Right.
Or Joe Burrow case, 15 plays, two drives. But Joe Burrow is cooking though. That's different. That's different. But like I said, I understand it to a degree. You just had one of the best, what a lot of the beat writers around Chicago has been calling the most physical practice since Lovie Smith days. So you take this joint practice for what it is. I'm seeing that they beating up on the Dolphins right now. And hey, you chalk it up to the game. But to Allan's point, next week we got a joint practice, I believe, versus the Buffalo Bills. So when the game come, we still need to get some more reps in because it's gonna be more than likely you ain't gonna play them in that final preseason game. You're gonna be trying to see if some guys can make some lasting impressions. That's what you're gonna be seeing in preseason game 3. But we'll see what the plan is.
Yeah, so go ahead, Allan. Man, I know you still want to talk about it, but the floor is yours, big dog. This is your live right now, fam.
Yeah, I understand everybody's point. You know what I'm saying? With the with sitting out, I get that as far as the schematical thing. But when we're talking about when we talking about the presence of the game and the lights and the smell of the chalk on the damn football field, it's a whole different element to where we need these guys with continuity. And not only Caleb needs it, the offensive line needs it. We got 4 new linemen. So everything, especially a center, we got a new center. We've been having snap issues and things like that. Those things can be worked out in the game. Like that where it means something. I know it's preseason, but it's still a replicated game getting you ready for week 1. I believe preseason games should be getting you ready for a football game. That's what I believe.
I agree. Now,
scrimmages and practices, that's all well and good. But those things are schemes. Those things are playing, DB drills, linemen going against linemen, 7-on-7, your 11s on 11. All those things have already been schematically planned by the coaches over the phone, things like that. They don't play in a fumble. They don't play in an interception. They don't play in your left tackle getting his ass kicked. They don't play in that. You know what I'm saying? So that type of stuff needs to be integrated in a player's mind going into the first game of the season. I need to go out here and see if I'm going to get my ass kicked or I'm going to kick some ass. Either way, you're getting live game reps on a sanctioned event. This right here, I get it, the practice, I get it, but I'm a game guy. Some guys are gamers. Some guys are not practice players. Some guys are gamers. Once some lights come on, it's a switch to go off.
And I
know what I'm saying?
And I think
agree with everything you said.
I think that's what Caleb had. And I told somebody that early in the camp, early in one of my comments on one of my posts, I said, when he threw that damn sidearm pass yesterday, he threw that sidearm pass, bro. I said, Caleb has something that nobody else has, bro. When it's time for him to turn them lights on and when he need to do some shit, Caleb can do it, bro. He can do it. He threw a crazy no look pass to Coast and Loveland yesterday, and he peeked around him like this, and the ball was there. That's why I had faith that I don't think Caleb has to play so much in the preseason game, because when the lights come on, I think he's one of those guys. But let me get some comments right here. We got Don Liv said, Cole Komet spoke on that scrimmage at Soldier Field. He mentioned a lot of the players had nerves. We need to shake off them as much as possible to even beat the pressers and the media this year. So, the guys had nerves. Like, why would they be nervous, bro? So, but that goes back to
it's
Allan.
A game, G. It's a game. Yeah, it's a game. It's a game. The game field. It's a game. It's a different ambiance. It's just different. I can't explain it, G. It's just a different thing. When you go from the practice field to the game field, you got people cussing you out. You got your mama crying. You got your dad yelling. You got everybody screaming.
Bullets flying everywhere.
Yeah, everybody bullets flying. The referee telling you to stop hitting the play on top of the helmet. All that shit go into the game. Like, you do it again, I'm gonna flag you. All that shit matters. So that's why I say the game is essential to like playing. I understand it, but G, preseason also, Caleb might be good in certain things, but is he good in throwing timing routes to DJ Moore? No, he's not. Is he throwing good? Is his timing good with Luther Burton? No, it's not. So those are the type of things that need to be done on a consistent basis in a game setting, so we can move forward. When he gets 3-4 years in the league, a 2-time Pro Bowler, then he sits out. But he's not that yet. So that's why he needs these reps. He needs all the reps he can get. He's not there yet. I want him to be there, but he's not. It's gonna be slower at the pace we're going.
Man, Bobby, what you gotta say about? Because he's right, man. Because I went to Family Fest and there was a lot of other clips. You know what I'm saying? That I saw. It wasn't just him, but Allan saying to the point to where you need real environment situations. Like, you just need those type of situations to make your awareness go up, your superstar go up. You know what I'm saying? Your Madden attributes go up in a real setting. You know what I mean, Bobby?
Yeah, I absolutely know what you mean. I think it's very, like I said, bro. I think Allan, he breaking it down and making everything make sense. Those are the other sides of the discussion. But like I said, I think that is still some preseason left that you could utilize. And I'm gonna be not happy if next week they talking about, yeah, he gonna sit out again. But I'm looking at, hey, those nerves that you talking about. Hey, week 1 on Monday night, nerves gonna be there. Because this is the first showing. This is Ben Johnson, who was talking crazy about Matt LaFleur and toting around how much he can beat up on the NFC North. Those things are gonna be right there for the forefront on Monday night, where everybody, there ain't no 12 o'clock slot. There ain't no 4 or 3 o'clock slot. There ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You are the game that everybody is gonna get off of work, go kick it with the lady, and then tell the lady, all right, baby, I'm gonna holler at you once this game over. That is what is gonna take place. Those nerves are still gonna be there. And Allan, you know, G Walker, you know, over time, when you start whooping ass, that's how you build that confidence up, and then feel like can't too many people beat you. So I think that's very, very important as well. But like I said, Allan, I think all your points are valid. The reps are needed, but hey, we got the same grace we gave the damn mechanic and the politician in Eberflus. We got to give Ben Johnson a little grace too.
And I think somebody said that in the comment section, Bobby. Somebody said, I think Donna Liv said, all we can do is see how week 1 go. Ben is credible, so I'll give him some leeway for now. I mean, a lot of people are upset about it, bro. Like, and I understand why. And y'all are giving great points. Why? Like, really, why? Yeah. Donna Liv said, I'll give them love on the fact that the Panthers been way more physical. I think that's a small step forward in culture. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, the practice has been way more physical than they've ever been. And you coming across a joint practice with a team that's probably going to be just as physical. So I'm thinking, like, man, I don't know if Caleb really needs to play. But I get what y'all was saying about it's just live bullets. Well, you can't replicate it, you can't duplicate it, you can't simulate it. It just has to be what it is, right, Allan?
Yeah, it's not the same. But you know, it is what it is. You know, being the coach, and I think Ben's gonna be a good coach. But I just don't want that built-in excuse come week 2 or 3 from one of these podcasts or a national outlet saying, well, the Bears look kind of rusty. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. Because you had all the time and you had it to get this shit done. You had ample time.
But I mean, Ben Johnson already put that out there. When he did his interview on Colin Cowherd, he pretty much said that he don't expect his offensive line to get humming until week 6. So whether we like it or not, the head coach is gonna go with what the head coach gonna feel like, man. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. I gotta pull up something. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I feel it. The fans don't want to hear it. We ain't got patience. I've been doing the Chicago Bears podcast going on now 4 seasons, and we ain't won nothing. We ain't won nothing. For real. So, like I said, I understand the frustration. I get it. But hey, we still got 2 preseason games left, and I expect them to go out there and play. And I also got to give credit to the veterans on this team. That offensive line is not filled with a bunch of rookies. Obviously, to your point, Allan, they got a jail. They're not a bunch of young pups. You got a Hall of Fame on that line. You got one of the top 5 centers on this line and a really good right guard. Obviously, you want to see who's going to be that starting left tackle is, which will be a big caveat if it's going to be that rookie left tackle. So to Allan's point. But I think that those guys would be good to go because these guys, Ben Johnson, he's going to establish that run and he's going to be pushing Muggs out the way. And that's how you're going to be able to get those veterans on that offensive line going a lot faster.
Yeah, because speaking of offensive line, Bobby, somehow I had this old overlay here. You know what I mean? Like, Braxton Jones is starting, man. So I didn't ever get your opinion on that situation. You said unofficial depth chart, but I was on somebody else's podcast, the Bear Review, shout out to Walt, and I was like, I don't know, we should get rid of Braxton Jones right away. You know what I mean? Right. Like, maybe he'll be better with the new guys around him. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's, on the unofficial, starting left tackle depth chart, what's your thoughts on that, Bob?
Man, look, it is what it is. I think that right now is already people that's out there that's saying, hey, the left tackle for the Rams went down and this team over here needs a left tackle. Let's trade Braxton. No, I'm not willing to trade anybody right now. Right. Just like last year when people were saying, trade Khalil Herbert. I was one of the few people out there that was like, no, don't trade Khalil Herbert right now. Don't do that right now because injuries happen and you need that. So you willing to let him walk away for nothing? Absolutely, because a lot of the times, hey, the pick that's coming in, they ain't even gonna be able to get a lot of reps with the team anyway, unless these guys suddenly break out. So right now, just wait and see. Because Ozzie can go through a rough patch if he is slated at that starter and need a timeout. And then you can go with Braxton Jones. We know how he is with that bull rush, but you will go back and get some experience in that to back you up. And we still have questions about Karan. So I think right now you need to stand pat. Now, if we go into the season and these guys are stringing along some good games and the Rams come calling, that's when maybe you can consider it. But as of right now, before these guys even played in NFL action, you can't be moving right now. You can't be moving.
I agree. Right. And I agree. So you feel the same way, Allan, because I kind of saw Braxton might get the start, but I was like, I don't know, because all of us been bigging up Ozzie pretty much for a minute. But what's your thoughts on Braxton Jones getting the start?
Well, we gotta be reminded that this is Braxton Jones' contract year.
Contract year, right?
So as a GM, if I was Ryan Poles, if this was me thinking, and I'm playing Ryan Poles, my thing is, once we go through the summer and we establish who the starter is, we're gonna go with that. But if Braxton Jones slides to that second string, the swing tackle then goes to Karan. And then Jones becomes available for trade. Because, an agent, Braxton Jones' agent would rather him be traded to the X team, because that'll give my client enough time to show his game so he can get a contract, a good agent. So understanding that we might need him week 5 or week 6 because Ozzie just getting his ass kicked, that's right. One thing. But an agent ain't trying to hear that shit. The agent is like, my client no longer starts, right, and we need to move on. It's a gentle gesture, because he might have several clients on the football team. So knowing Ryan Poles and Ian, they're agent friendly. So they might say, okay, we listen. That's why Khalil Herbert got out of here, was because of the agent. So now we got to look at moving Braxton, so he can have the ability to start somewhere and recoup his value. That's only fair. So now we can have that relationship going forward. That's just how this thing works in the NFL. It's about relationship. That's so right. Now we're gonna bring in some guy that's got cut with 3 years from X team, right, week 4 of preseason. Yeah, we'll get somebody got cut and we'll bring them on in just to stabilize if Karan ain't ready. But I can see this flowing to where Braxton Jones is getting traded before the end of training camp or before the cut down day. He'll be moved, and which is fair, because that's a good thing for him and the agent, and that way it'll be no bad feelings. You don't want to do a player like that knowing you're going into another direction and then it's his contract year. Put him out there on another team. Don't hold him hostage. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? So I believe Ryan is that type of GM, and Ian, those right. guys are very well liked in the league. That's why we do more trade. They're well liked in the league with agents. So that's why I say that's why we did good by Justin and his agent by doing that last year. They didn't really want to get rid of Justin that quick, but they did because of the respect for the agent. So that's the way to go. Don't hold Braxton. I would love to keep Braxton as a fan, as a follower of the Bears, because of the exact reasons Bobby's saying. But I know in the reality in the NFL with the agents, that's not going to be a no-go. That is a no-go. I want my client somewhere else.
I just don't think the job is solidified. Now, to your point, if the job is solidified, hey, go ahead and do them that service. And I think the Bears have, to your point, Allan, have been good at that. But I think at that time, where Khalil Herbert still made it through a couple weeks through the season, I don't think they were sure. I think they banked on, you know what I'm saying, Ian Willer and a couple other guys, but they ultimately got hurt. And then Shane Waldron was a bozo and wanted to go kick it at McDonald's. So, but they ultimately made the decision, to your point. And I agree with you. You can't hold them hostage. Once you decide that Ozzie is the starter or Karan is the starter, do him a service if you want to get up out of there.
Man, that's true.
Yeah. It's the only right thing to do.
what's going on at practice right here. Let's see if I can get some of this practice stuff going while we on live. Hold on. So let's see what we got. It says, Miami Dolphins joint practice and Tua. Tyreek got hurt. Tua got intercepted twice. Let's go.
They said Caleb threw an interception to start to get this shit.
Again, what I'm saying, man. He needs to play. He needs to play.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we got some stuff right here, everybody. Hold on. Let's read some of this, Bobby. It said Tua Tagovailoa completing the over-the-shoulder pass to Daz Eskridge in one-on-ones. Tyreek got dropped. Man, let's see. I don't hear about that. I want to see what's going on. Intercepted 3 times, bro. This is going to look at this. This is a secondary, Bobby, we thought we had last year, bro, with Dennis Allen. We thought we had this secondary last year, bro.
I'm telling you, because it's just like.
Oh, so we got 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
I came to realize with Matt Eberflus, if it's 3rd and 7, soft coverage. You ain't even got it. Don't even think about it. Soft coverage. And then when it's a crucial situation and you gotta get a stop, he ain't sending 0 blitz. He ain't forcing that ball out of the quarterback's hand and then just living with the results. Dennis Allen, shit. Hey, I seen plenty of times watching Dennis Allen film with the Saints last year. If his offense goes down and scores a touchdown, and he know that we get ready and close out the half, Dennis Allen on 3rd downs, he bringing heat anytime because he wants the ball back in the offense's hands, so you can go out there and pile up the points and go into halftime feeling good, so you can come back out and whoop some more ass.
Yes, I love it. But he like his granddaddy though, from the Washington Redskins, old Coach George Allen. So, they just was a physical ball club in the 70s. So that's why I like Dennis Allen. He bring the kitchen sink, Bobby. He bring the kitchen sink to the game. So he's gonna empty the clip, and he's gonna make that quarterback know he was in a live football game. And that's what a defensive coordinator supposed to do. He's supposed to squeeze the field. Don't give nothing to the offense. Squeeze the football field. That's why his corners are bigger, because they're going to be on their own more, because the front 7 is going after the quarterback and they're attacking the football. So I like his approach. Now, Bobby, we're going to see some big games too. Some corners getting burnt. Yeah, it's going to be some times in the NFL, but it comes along with the philosophy. So, it's just what it is.
It come with the system too, because just real quick before you go, G. Like you watch a lot of times to where he just line up that front 7, but he'll leave the middle of the field open and got his linebacker spread, and they, overloading the side. You think the DE coming, the DE dropping back in coverage, and it's a linebacker in the corner, in a corner blaring off the side, and we gonna make this play happen. So to you, there you breaking it down, big dog. You breaking it down. I love talking this.
And hey, look, Bobby, I'm gonna tell you another thing.
My bad, Allan. You see the film session me and Allan did?
Oh, yeah, y'all was cooking, for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Allan. Go ahead.
And another thing, too, this is where I know Bears Nation, I know we don't, it's a Don Robinson. Nobody likes Dominique Robinson. But just like you just said, Dominique Robinson was a quarterback in high school. Then he moved to wide receiver. That dude is very athletic. You put him at defensive end, and what you just said, when I empty the linebackers into the rush, then I could drop Robinson and let him play on his 2 feet.
Yep.
Eberflus was the type of coach, I need you to hold the edge and get to the quarterback. And Dennis Allen's system is attack. Now the young man can play more freely, and he's so athletic, and he's got the size, but he's got to put it together. And I think it was scheme holding him back. So if we can put him out there, floating in that certain 5-yard area where he's uncovered, he can help in those. I can see him getting a pick or 2 this year if used correctly, because he's so athletic.
I agree. Dennis Allen said it's just the fundamentals he got to finish putting together. Him and Austin Booker, they just got to finish putting the fundamentals together, and they should be good to go.
That's it.
All right, we got a couple of comments. Then I'm gonna get back to some of that Miami Dolphins stuff I saw as far as interceptions. We got Shad from the South Side saying, as far as Caleb, the gloves are off, and with the resources he has to be the best Mitch playoff season, which currently the roster most reflects. Then we got Shot again. Say love today's session, fellas. Appreciate you, big dog. Got to have you on one day. Sad note, the defense under DA early could set the tone to be a top 5 unit, especially if sack and turnovers are top tier production. Jalen and Brisker are keys to the production jump. So what do y'all think?
It's Kyler Gordon, personally.
Yeah.
Kyler Gordon is the wild card for me. I think Kyler Gordon, bro, like I've been saying it all off season. Look at Alante Taylor.
I got to put something in here. Y'all go ahead, Cook. I got to put something in.
Look, Kyler Gordon is going to line up as weak side linebacker. He going to be the nickel. He going to be the float guy. I think he going to be blitzing a lot. He going to be heavy on run support.
He's going to be a safety too.
Yes.
He'll be a safety too.
Yes, so I think that wild card is going to be Kyler, but I agree. You can't count Brisker out. I think he brings a different type of mentality when he's on the football field. I think that's why, while losing Billings was important, losing Jaquan Brisker last season was very, very important as well. Because Bayard, he's good. He's a consistently good player. But the guy that's gonna help set the tone in a run game, a guy that's gonna help to set the tone in the backfield, a defensive backfield, that's Jaquan Brisker, bro. He come with a different mentality. Hey, man, if you got to wear the Guardian cap all season, put it on, big dog. We want to see you out there for the all 17, bro. All 17.
Yeah, he gotta put it on, man, because I worry about his health going forward. After football, because he's so impactful, but he's got to give us more than 6 games, Bobby. And the only way he can do it is being safe. Put the hat on, man. I think you're the coolest dude, Jaquan. JB, what? I want you to put the hat on. Just, fuck that cool shit. Put the hat on so you can be the best safe player that you can be. You can still play as hard as you want, but just put that hat on, man. Just for your family, your loved ones, man, so it can protect you from yourself. Because you're a very violent football player. And we want to see you continue to play, man. So I'm down with it. He is such a missing link for us, man. Such a missing link.
I agree, 100%. Shout out to the donut milkman, man.
Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta get up out of here. Y'all go ahead, bro. Yeah. Damn, what the hell happened to Bobby? This shit tweaking. Hold on. My bad about that. And we still got some more comments. We got Nonsense Snap saying defense is going to be good. Just want to see what the pressure is going to look like. We got Donald saying our linebacker interior D-line core will be pivotal. Stopping the run game needs to happen this year. But what we heard from Grady Jarrett, Bobby, is that the Javon is looking like a monster out there in practice, bro.
That's what we need, bro. Because we love our edges around the NFL, but who dominates the game or have dominated the game like Aaron Donald or Chris Jones? Because it's a different type of pressure for the quarterback if the interior pass rush is in your face. Because when you, as a quarterback, if you are allowed to step up in the pocket if the interior is not that good. You ain't stepping up in no pocket if you got a Chris Jones or Aaron Donald right there. Yeah, it ain't happening. So if Javon Dexter about to go out there and take another step forward, because he started hot and then kind of fizzled out. Let's get that whole season going, young fella, because if you can bring that interior pass rush along with my man's Grady and Big Bill, let's go. It's going to be problems for everybody.
On the real. CJ, you got your mic on? CJ, let me turn my camera on. I'm going to just say forget that. What I tried to add, that shit don't want to work.
Yeah. What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
What's up, C?
What up, C? How you feeling, man? Like, the first thing we talked about, CJ, Allan was, man, I was like, you know what? Let me hit y'all up and let me see what's going on. Because I'm not mad at CJ about the starters not playing. But Allan was upset about it, and Bobby's riding with Allan. But I just want to know, how do you feel about the starters not playing?
No, I understand, bro? Allan, but I'm on your side.
Right.
I'm on your side.
What's your thoughts, CJ? You mad, you glad, or you don't care? What's going on with this? Because Caleb is not playing, bro.
I just didn't expect it. That's all. I just didn't expect it. But I'm cool with it either way.
Yeah. I think I'm like you, CJ. I think it would have been. I'm cool with it either way. If you would have been playing, then I'm cool with it now because I understand both sides of the situation. Like I really get it. Like you just had the hardest practices, then you got to practice with a joint practice going to be physical. You know what I mean? Like, but I get
Right.
Allan, keep the intensity up, keep the reps going. Like, and one of the people in here said that he hasn't played enough games to sit out the preseason. I get that. I get that. I don't think Caleb has earned that, but it's something that Ben Johnson and this staff, well, I think this staff is a lot smarter, especially with quarterback, more driven type of style offense, and his offensive coordinator is Ben Johnson, the head coach's offense. So they might know a little bit more, CJ, about where Caleb is at to where he don't have to play than us seeing Matt Nagy sit Justin Fields and, Eberflus sitting Caleb and all that. We might actually have a staff that know what they're talking about, and he don't need to play first game on Sunday for a couple of reps. You know what I mean? See?
Yeah, I just think he's being cautious, because of injury concern, because of the practices and whatnot. I just think he's being cautious. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Joseph Art saying bear down. What up, Plank? What up, Plank? Then we got anything about Austin Booker, bro? Look, we going live right now, man. I'm gonna pull some stuff up. Defense going. We already said that. Well, this is what I got so far. Hold on, let me get rid of this. This is what happened in practice. Tua Tagovailoa was intercepted 3 times. Jaquan Brisker intercepted Tagovailoa on a pass intended for Chris Meyer. Somebody named Alexander Madison fumbled. What's going on? Aaron Bruin performing well. Chicago's defense outperformed the Miami offense in the first half of practice. So let's see what else we got. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. What else we got? We got Bears receivers found frequent success against Dolphins cornerbacks. So Caleb must be out there going crazy.
I heard they be winning them just about every matchup out there.
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa was intercepted again, intended for Tariq Black, intercepted by Kevin Byard. So that was he trying to go deep. He was trying to go deep. So who is this? Tyreek Hill and Tyrion Epps Armstead ran from the sideline. Damn.
Oh, they was from the fight. Jumped into a scrum.
Yeah, and Ben Johnson said if it gets a little bit too physical, he said that's going to be consequences. I read that too.
I'm with that. Shut that shit down. Y'all don't need to be out here trying to get hurt right now. Definitely don't get punked out here. Not out here.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance. It's a delicate balance.
We got Donna Leah saying, quiet camp for Hippolyte, wonder how he's doing. Yeah, his name ain't popped up at all, Bobby. Like,
couple weeks, couple weeks. I ain't heard much. I've been hearing
looking like some cut. Bobby look like we drafted some cut. He gonna be on the team, bro. He's some cut.
No, man, ain't gonna be no cut.
He's some cut, Bobby. We got Tua Tagovailoa was intercepted by Bears Tremaine Evans in the red zone. Man, the defense is not playing. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. Close that. Tua Tagovailoa was intercepted by Tremaine in the red zone. 3 INTs for Tua. Entered today with 1 in all of training camp. Is that indicative of anything, Bobby? Anything?
Hey, I want to see it in week 1 through 17. Week 1 through 18. Well, shit. Can we get it through the regular season? Like I love this stuff. I love to read it. I love to see the highlights. But hey, man, once we left London last year, we was at odds, bro. We couldn't go an hour, 10 minutes without just like, bro, why fire Flus? Why is Thomas Bryant calling plays like this? Yeah, I got to see it through the regular season at this.
Yeah, I got to see it, but that's incredible though, man. That's good news. That's good news. And the only thing I'm seeing, so unless you got something, Bobby, the only thing I'm seeing is that they still talk about Caleb who sit out. That's all I'm seeing.
No, I ain't see too many other things. You pretty much got everything else from what everybody been saying on Twitter.
Yeah, so it ain't really too much going on. I don't know if they doing press conferences yet, but the practice should be over right now, man. Luckily, Bobby, I was on here yesterday, me and one of the followers, man, and then the press conference just popped up. So
be like that sometime. I would imagine that they might have a little press conference after that to go over the practice and ask why Ben Johnson made that decision and stuff like that. So
Hold on. Let's pull up this up, Bobby. Let me see.
Here for our players, so we're jacked up. All right, man. Feels like game day, doesn't it? That's how we're trying to make it here for our players. So we're jacked up. We're ready to go. We had a nice walkthrough here this morning. All right, man. Feels like game day, doesn't it? That's how we're trying to make it here for our players. So we're jacked up. We're ready to go. We had a nice little walkthrough here this morning. I can tell that they're wired in, and like I said, we have a lot of stock going into what this practice looks like here today. In a lot of ways, I know it's already come out that a few of these guys won't be playing on Sunday, so that they're going to get the bulk of the work here today. We'll get a great workload and some new competition. And so, talk to Coach McDaniel. I know their team's fired up and ready to go as well, and we'll go ahead and open it up from there.
Who are the few?
Who are the few? I don't have that off the top of my head.
Make it out of here, Ben.
Quarterback would be one of them, though. Yeah, I think we have about 9 on O, 9 on D, and we'll see how today goes. Maybe that number will change. So we'll make those final decisions once we get there.
And how we handle the quarterback on Sunday?
On Sunday, I believe Tyson's going to start for us, and hopefully take us through that first half. We'll see how the snaps go, though.
And then with the left tackle competition, what do you want to see?
Tyson gonna cook, and then they're gonna be thirsty.
Braxton, Ozzy, Theo, those guys will all kind of be cycling through.
But all right, G, I got to get up out of here, bro.
Before
I go
back.
All right,
I appreciate you coming in
really
anyway,
on both
man.
sides.
Sir, appreciate y'all for having me. I don't see the OG in here. Tell him I said have a good one, man. Appreciate you. And CJ, always good to see you, brother.
Yep. You too, Bobby.
Tell her where to find you, B, before you get out of here.
Huh?
Tell her where to find you before you go.
Oh, Chicago Bears Central, and I discussed the whole NFL with my man Steve-O now. Got a new channel called NFL Central, covering the entire league. Since I love football so much, might as well talk about everybody when I ain't talking about the Bears. So Chicago Bears Central, NFL Central is rocking. Football is here, baby.
All right, Bobby, man. Appreciate the love for stopping through the show, bro. Anytime you need to come get that link for us, man, and pull up to the show, bro. One love, Bobby.
All right, bet. See y'all later, man.
All right. What's going on, Allan? Y'all back? Let me see.
Yeah, I want to say peace to Bobby, man. Appreciate him. Yeah, I'm running here right quick, but yeah, man. I didn't get it all the Johnson press conference.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it back up. I got it right here. Hold on, let me pull it back up. Shout out to everybody. We got 282 people in here in the live right now. We appreciate the love. Appreciate you guys, man.
One day you also have the conclusion which you don't want in that situation.
Trying to make it here for our players. So we're jacked up. We're ready to go.
You shouldn't need to make no noise. Hold on.
All right, man. Feels like game day, doesn't it? That's how we're trying to make it here for our players. We're jacked up. We're ready to go. We had a nice little walkthrough here this morning. I can tell that they're wired in.
My fault, y'all. Hold on. That was on me. That was on me, Pat. My bad, chat. Hold on, chat. I'm messing up, chat. My bad, chat. My fault. I got it. This has been Johnson Press Conference, everybody. This is on me.
That's how we're trying to make it here for our players. So we're jacked up. We're ready to go.
You can hear that, right, CJ?
We had a nice little walkthrough here. I can tell that they're wired in, and like I said, we have a lot of thought going into what this practice looks like here today. In a lot of ways, I know it's already come out that a few of these guys won't be playing on Sunday, so that they're going to get the bulk of the work here today. We'll get a great workload and some new competition. And so, talk to Coach McDaniel. I know their team's fired up and ready to go as well, and we'll go ahead and open it up from there.
Who are the few?
Who are the few? I don't have that off the top of my head.
Quarterback, obviously.
Quarterback would be one of them, though. Yeah, I think we have about 9 on O, 9 on D, and we'll see how today goes. Maybe that number will change. So we'll make it through the day and we'll make those final decisions once we get there.
And how we handle the quarterback workload on Sunday?
On Sunday, I believe Tyson's going to start for us, and hopefully take us through that first half. We'll see
Tyson
how the
gets the
snaps
start.
go.
Oh my God, Tyson Badger fans! I hope y'all ready.
Those guys in game action.
Yeah, we'll end up having Braxton, Ozzy, Theo. Those guys will all kind of be cycling through throughout that game, and they'll get the workload of really on both sides.
Ben, with Karan's injury, does that kind of put him a step back in the left tackle competition right now?
Yeah, he's missing some quality reps there. He was getting better too. I mean, that's the shame of it. He's getting better. We were very pleased with the trajectory of where he was headed, and hopefully we'll get him back here sooner rather than later, so he can get right back into that mix.
Okay, come on, let it hit, Allan. The workload that you're going to get today, how important it is. Why can't you do both? Why can't you get work done today and then also get work done on Sunday with the starters?
Yeah, you certainly could, but we have in place a plan for whether it's pregame or after the game the next day, where the guys that aren't playing, they're going to be getting a substantial number of reps that's actually higher than the guys that are playing. So we've talked about it as a staff. We feel very good about this plan going forward, and that's what we're going to do. We'll get a good throwing session with Caleb and the pass catchers.
Right before the game.
It'll be, I think it's got to be before 3 hours before. Yep.
Can we go back to the Tuesday that you drew at the end of practice?
Yeah.
Another thing, by the way, you wanted, but you had the penalty, which is not acceptable, and then you also had the incompletion, which you don't want in that situation. What were the coaching points for? I know the penalty. What was the coaching point on the incompletion?
Yeah. So there'll be times
That's true.
that we choose to throw the ball in a 4-minute situation. The quarterback understands that we need the clock running at the end of the day, and that if push comes to shove, sacks are acceptable in that situation. So good learning opportunity for us as an entire offense, because there were a number of things that really showed up there. I mean, it was our first time doing 4-minute. That day on Sunday was our first time doing backed up, and some things popped up there that really can't happen as well. So we'll have to come back and get those situational deals at least one more time here over the course of camp.
That communication is like, or is it not?
We're still deciding who's up and who's down right now. We've got a number of good coaches. Really, we'll kind of hone through the communication process. Usually I don't like a lot of chatter on the lines, and those guys, I think they already got that memo based on Family Fest the other day.
You're going to call plays.
Yeah.
And the practice on Tuesday, that physical nature we saw, is it going to be similar today, or what are the conversations like with you and Mike about what you guys want physicality wise?
Yeah, we are in pads. That was our 6th padded practice the other day. I think we only have 5 more left throughout training camp that we have scheduled right now. And so to us as a coaching staff, what that was, you take the skirmishes out of the play. That's really what we are going to be about. And so it was good to see our guys bite like that, and we expect to play physically on Sundays, and so we should practice that way in pads.
Like the way the guys responded to that, like you gave them the message in the morning, and then when you watched that practice, did you like the way the guys kind of responded to that tone?
Yeah, I liked it, and I think they enjoyed the practice as well.
Ben, it seems like offensive line, are you comfortable with where they're at right now, just through practice in today's tough practice, or do you want to see some of that work happen on Sunday?
We're inconsistent as a whole on offense. You can talk to any position group. We really need to start playing more as a cohesive unit. We just haven't done that. Everyone's kind of taken their turn of not so good. And I talked about that the other day. When that happens, someone else has got to pick us up and get us out of that. And we're frankly not there yet. And that's the beauty of training camp. I think there's probably a lot of teams around this league that are dealing with some of the same growing pains. In that particular unit, I think they're gelling. I think they're coming together. Coach Rochar and Kyle DeVan, I talk about it all the time. They're doing a great job coaching those guys up. They're very demanding. They understand the techniques with which we want to play. It's just a matter of using those all the time.
When do you expect or plan on Caleb and the guys not starting the preseason game Sunday to play at all in the preseason?
I would suspect that we will have them play at some point. Yeah, but that's
we killing some fish, bro. Killing fish on the line, baby. Fish on the line.
Here when you got your start and kind of having a moment of reflection, how far you've come.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt. There's a number of familiar faces. Whether it's people that were there when I was there. I think that was 2012 to 2018. Training staff, equipment staff. Coaches, there's still some coaches that are still there, and then there's some coaches I was with in Detroit that are there now too. So it'll be pretty cool to see some of those faces. It's when you look back at this game at this level, it always comes down to relationships, and we get into the competitive nature of wins and the losses, and you get fired and you have to move on and all that. But really, it's the people that you're around that make the job so enjoyable.
With the left tackle competition, I would assume that you don't want to go through the entire camp and preseason still not knowing who that is. Is this week, this practice today and Sunday's game kind of very important in deciding that for you?
Yeah, it's just another step along the way. Like I said, we're not in a rush here to make this decision. We're going to go as long as we need to go to feel like we're making the best possible decision for our best 5 to be out there. But yeah, there's a lot of weight that goes into this practice. There's a lot of weight that goes into Sunday's game. There's a lot of weight that goes into Buffalo next week. But I don't want any of those guys looking ahead right now. It's the only thing that's important is the here and now.
Caleb, yesterday we saw Luther run a little motion, I guess, a little tentatively, and Caleb kind of waves him through, passes him through. Is that a small indication to you that maybe the understanding, the control of the offense is starting to come along for him?
Yeah, no, it was good to see Caleb do that. That's the expectation from the quarterbacks, and they're getting a more familiar grasp of what we're looking for and the intent of the play, both in the passing game but also in the running game, which I think that was a run on that play. So it's good. End of the day, they need to be able to be the directors of each and every play, and they're taking that ownership.
Ben, did Caleb campaign to play at all? Did he make his case to you?
No, I don't even think I've sat down and talked to him yet. I mean, the cat got out of the bag so early that I haven't sat down and talked to any of the players that we're thinking of quite yet. I told him last night that there's a number of guys that won't be playing in the game, but I didn't specifically say who that was.
Ben, you mentioned earlier that these joint practices would be kind of a benchmark or an evaluation period that you could see where you were at so far in camp. What does that evaluation process now look like now that you're here?
Yeah, I think what we're looking for today is to see the competitive nature come out of these guys. We had that physical practice the other day to where guys were emotional. They kind of, I like to say, towed that line, and at times we went past that line. And now that we're against an opponent, we can't pass that line. So we expect that intensity to still be there, but at the same time, we got to be smart, and there better not be any fights today, or they know the consequences. So
Last word.
Kyler and Darnell Wright. Darnell will be out there today, and then Kyler is to be determined still. Yep.
Yeah, that was a good press conference, man. You said a lot.
He said a lot.
Huh?
He said a lot, bro, especially about the injuries and Kyler Gordon and everything like that. Like, it's a lot. That was a lot of stuff said, man. But
yeah,
I think that's gonna do it for us, bro. Like, if y'all don't have anything else, or y'all want us to give y'all final thoughts on the starters not playing, man, y'all can. But other than that, we can get up out of here. Shout out to the 306 people that came in. Shout out to the comments section. 306 people are in the chat right now in the video, bro. We had so many comments coming from everybody, man. Dinah Liv pulled up. Nonsense Nap pulled up. Bobby actually pulled up and came to the show. Dropped some gems, showed some love to us, man. Shout out to Hayes and everybody at Chicago Bears Central with C-Dub and all those guys over there, man. Respect you guys, man, always. Dinah Liv pulled up with all the comments. Then we had Jason pull up today. Shout out to Jason. He was on the live yesterday with me. I was flying solo. Who else we got? It's just a lot of love coming from the CNG podcast, man. We appreciate. We got Joseph showed up. Everybody showed up today. We got Plank that pulled up. Child from the South Side pulled up. We pride ourselves on being able to give you guys instant reaction, facts, opinions, music, videos, graphics, whatever we can provide to Bears Nation, man. I'll do it, and along with my crew, CJ and Allan, man. So today's show was about pretty much Allan was pretty upset about how the starters weren't playing, and Caleb Williams, he's not playing his first game, and it sucks because a lot of people think he needs to be playing, whether it's from him not being accurate enough at practices, him not having enough games under his belt. People feel like he don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So Allan, man, just share your final thoughts on Caleb Williams not playing Sunday in the first preseason game, bro.
Yeah, I just think it's a lot still to be worked on. I just feel like you can't just sit him out like this all the time. I mean, he's got to play, and that's not just for him, but for on the line and communicating. Those things need to be worked on in live game. But the
phone kind of going in and out. CJ, man, what's your final thoughts on this on the starters not playing Sunday, man? Just what's your thought before we go?
Well, the starters not playing, man, it is what it is. I kind of want to see Luther Burton out there. I want to see Kyle Monunga out there. I want to see the other guys out there too to see what they got.
Yeah, somebody said that too. I think Nasir Knapp said looking forward to seeing the White House of Loveland Sunday. Yeah, it's other stuff to watch besides Caleb Williams. And a couple other starters, man. We get to watch Ozzie compete at the left tackle position. We get to watch Loveland, you know what I'm saying, who's been becoming one of Caleb Williams' favorite practices at targets at practice as far as a safety blanket. None guy, you know what I mean? So we got down the limb, hope to see Burton, Tyler Scott, Loveland, and Monunga. Tyler Scott, man, I haven't heard that name in years. So it's a lot of stuff to watch, man. We gonna get up out of here, bro. I'm G Walker of the CNG podcast, man. This is Allan, and that's CJ. We appreciate every comment. We appreciate every quote, every retweet, every post. We appreciate everybody that showed up and showed us love today. We hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we will see you guys probably Sunday. We're gonna have a pregame show about the expectations of what we all expect to happen. What players we want to see, who's going to be a stud or a dud, or who might be the MVP of the first preseason game. It could be anybody. So we do this every year. So we'll probably go live around 10:30. Probably go live for about an hour. Everybody come in here and talk their stuff, whether you're a fan or a follower, or you come in the comment section, what you want to see, what you expect. We're going to kick for about 45 minutes, man. With that being said, I'm G Walker. That's Allan. That's CJ. We out of here. God bless y'all. Enjoy y'all weekend. Be safe. Have fun. Don't have too much fun. Peace.